up, y'all? Welcome back to Blondie's Garage. I'm so happy you're here hanging out with us for another video today. My name's Cora, and we're going to be working on the Chevy truck back here. We brought it home a few weeks ago, and we're planning on using the 6.0 LS out of it to put in our 68 Suburban build. We're so excited, guys. That project has been on our list for a long time. We can't wait to work on it. We're going to go ahead and get the truck put in the shop. That way we can inspect the engine and kind of come to a decision about that. In the last video, we found that there might be some problems with it, but we're not sure. So we're gonna go ahead and get it put in the shop. That way we can inspect it and see what we find. All right, we've got the truck moved into the shop.
Well, hello.
What's up, baby?
You know.
I know, trying to get this to work.
Yep. So, do they even know what's going on at this point? Has anything been explained?
I don't really think so. Maybe you should fill everybody in on what's going on, because this truck just kind of happened. And
all right, this is our 6.0 for the Suburban. But of course, like everything else we own, it's got issues.
Yeah.
So we gotta figure out. It's got an oil pressure issue. It's pretty much just making no oil pressure. It's got 271,000 miles. The oil's not full of metal. I ran it through a filter and everything, like a special screen for paint that's like 125 microns, super fine. Didn't find any metal in the oil or nothing, so I don't know. Apparently it lost oil pressure and it was shut off and never started again. Of course, we've started it a few times, so hopefully we haven't done any more damage.
Yeah.
But I changed the oil pressure sensor thinking maybe it was just that, you know, maybe it really still did have oil pressure because it doesn't sound too noisy when it's running, but nope, with the new pressure switch it's still read 0, so
Yeah. So we're going for...
So we happen to have an extra oil pump for an LS that was given to me by a friend that only has 25,000 miles. He upgraded to a high volume. So I think I'm just going to pull it apart, put a new oil pump in it, check the O-ring on the pickup tube because sometimes those crack and cause issues. Just see if I can get the oil pressure to come back before we pull it out and rebuild the whole thing. Ultimately, if we have to rebuild it, then we have to rebuild it. We knew that was a possibility, but we're just kind of messing around with it and seeing if we can fix it. Just kind of
hoping that it'll get fixed, so we don't have to...
Trying to see if we can figure out what's going on before we just pull the motor out.
Yeah.
Maybe we will, maybe we won't. Either way, we're going to try.
Yeah, we sure are. Have a feeling we're going to be pulling an all-nighter.
I don't know about that.
At least a late-nighter.
Yeah.
All right, we'll fill you guys in if anything changes.
Yeah, you're old once you get past 30. It's like once it's past 10 o'clock, that's all-nighter to you.
Uh-huh. Yep. Stayed up late. Made a huge mess. Got the oil pan off, I see.
Yeah.
What'd you find out?
Well, it was kind of disappointing, to say the least.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you can see any in there. I didn't completely clean it out. I wiped it out a little bit, but there was some pieces of metal in there.
Oh man, metal in the oil pan.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any
Yeah, I don't see any.
big pieces. That might be a little piece right there. Let's see. Looks kind of like a cam bearing or something. Got chewed up.
Yeah. So long story short, 6.0's coming out. We're taking it out of the truck.
There we go. That came out on the screwdriver. See that little piece of metal sticking off the screwdriver?
Yup.
So there's just little shards like that.
Looks like we're going to be rebuilding it before we put it in the Suburban.
Yup. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I don't know if originally I was thinking maybe because I changed the oil pressure sensor. Still didn't have oil pressure, so I mean, kind of didn't really think that was it. Just had to try it.
Of course.
Try the easy stuff first.
Yeah.
And so then I pulled the pan to see how bad it really was, and hoping maybe the oil pump failed and supposedly, you know, shut off, not ran very good, but there's some metal in there, so. Yeah, not a whole lot going up here. The only thing I've really removed in here is water pump, radiator hoses.
Yeah.
Air intake tube, serpentine belt.
All right, well, we're gonna begin the process of getting this bad boy out of here.
Are you ready? Because this ain't gonna be fun.
I know it's not gonna be fun. I'm pissed.
But guess what?
Chicken butt.
Nope.
What?
You get to do it.
Oh yeah? This will be fun.
I don't know what I'm gonna do first.
Dang, this does hurt your calves. It's like a workout. Standing on this huge front grill. Alrighty guys, we'll check in whenever we've got this thing either out or almost out. Wish us luck. Yeah. We went ahead and got a heater for the shop. Runs off propane. So we decided to go ahead and get a carbon monoxide detector too. So hopefully that will warm the shop up really quick.
All right. So we have no oil pressure, right?
Yeah.
Everybody says if your pickup tube cracks, you lose oil pressure. It's kind of late at this point. Well, it's not too late, but I mean, it wouldn't be that easy to put back together to start up. We're pretty far down.
Yeah.
But look at this. Split.
Yep. That O-ring is split. Yeah, that definitely could have been a part of the problem.
Interesting. Maybe I should have continued with the oil. I mean, either way, there was metal in there, so.
Yeah, finding metal in the oil pan is never a good sign. But, yeah, I mean.
Like, look at this. Ready? This is the pickup tube. This is where it sucks all the oil in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Watch this. Look at that metal that just came out of there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this engine's got some issues. But get it rebuilt. Alrighty, y'all. So as you can see, things escalated pretty quickly, just like they usually do around here. But we went ahead and took the whole front end off of the truck, and we're planning on taking the entire engine out. We're just one step away. We need to disconnect the fuel lines, and we had to go get this last night. We didn't have these, so we're gonna go ahead and get the fuel lines disconnected, and then we're gonna be able to hook this thing up to the engine hoist and start getting the mounts taken off and get this thing out of here. But it has been quite an adventure. We found some snake skin in this thing, and then we had some spiders falling on us, and it's just been an exciting ride. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the phone up, and we're gonna get this thing out of here, and we'll tune back in a little bit. Check it out, guys. We went ahead and got the engine pulled out. It's hanging up right over here. It's really exciting. Everything went smooth and it went really nicely, so we're thankful for that. We went ahead and decided to leave the transmission in there for now. That way we can basically just store it and we don't have to have it laying on the floor anywhere. We're gonna pull it out whenever we're ready to attach it back to the engine, but we have a lot to do to this before it's ready for that. So we're gonna go ahead and just focus on this bad boy. All right, guys, we got it on the engine stand, thankfully. We don't really trust the bolts though. That's why we've still got it hanging up. But this thing is really heavy, and we're gonna go ahead and take some parts off of it, some pieces off of it, and that way it'll lighten it up a little bit. We're starting with the wiring harness, of course. Need to keep that safe. We're gonna take the intake off. We're gonna take the exhaust manifold off, the coil packs, cylinder heads, all that good stuff.
Basically, we're just going to tear it down to a short block. That way we can inspect it. That way we can get it all tore down the rest of the way, get it sent off to the machine shop, get it rebuilt. That way we can get it dropped in the Suburban and get to ribbon.
I know, it's gonna be so cool driving that thing around, take it to some car shows.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much ripping we'll be doing in the Suburban, but
oh, knowing you, I'm sure it'll end up with a turbo eventually.
Knowing me, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yep. So we're getting into our sub-zero Arctic temperatures, and yeah, I brought the JetMate inside. Still had a little bit of water in it from the lake, so we didn't want it to freeze, and we got most of it emptied out, pumped out. But all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and work on this LS, get it broken down. All right, looks like you got the LS down to the short block.
Yep, I got it tore down to the short block, and it's kind of disappointing.
Is it?
Yeah.
What'd you find?
The front crank bearing completely destroyed. It's got these big old edges, burrs on it.
Oh yeah.
And it actually, the whole problem is it kind of messed up where the, here's the main cap where the bearing rides, and that's supposed to be smooth. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you can see, it's gonna be hard to see, but those grooves, you can catch your fingernail in every single one of them. They're in there pretty good. It can be bored out a little bit and an oversized bearing put in there, but it's gonna have to go to the machine shop. Surprisingly, the crank, it's not perfect, but it's not even as bad as this. I mean, it had these bearings. Yeah. Basically, the bearings, you know, they go in like that. So they were in, that was in. And then, yeah, the bearing, front crank bearing smoked. So it's going to the machine shop. All right. Well. And they're going to have to fix it. We're definitely just going to go take it to the machine shop. That way we know it's going to get done, everything exactly the right way it needs to get done. And we won't end up wasting a bunch of money trying to refix it or anything like that. After all the wasted time and energy on the first motor for the Integra, we don't want to do that with this one. So we're just going to send it straight to the machine shop, let a professional do it, and hopefully everything will be good. Yeah, and then we can get it ready to drop in the Suburban. Yep. We're so excited. But, so that's the plan, guys. We're going to go ahead and take it to a machine shop. They'll probably have it for a couple weeks, few weeks, I don't know. And then we'll give you an update video. But we're excited. Could be a couple months or more. Who knows how long I don't know. But we're going to get this LS rebuilt. Well, somebody else will. And then we're going to get it dropped in the Suburban. Yeah, I think we're just going to have the short block built. We'll put the heads and stuff on it probably. because I might put different heads on it, try to bump the compression up a little bit so we can make a little bit more power than stock. I'm not sure about that yet though, so we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot to think about. How do you feel, Grayson? You excited about the Suburban?
Pretty excited.
Yeah. What game are you playing?
This.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Alrighty, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and wrap the video up here. Thank you so much for watching. We really hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure to give us a huge thumbs up if you did. Click that subscribe button if you guys want to keep up with the 68 Suburban build. We're really excited to be working on it, and we can't wait to bring it home. As far as the LS goes, we're just gonna get it in the machine shop as soon as we can. But that could take a while, some of you guys know. But there's a lot of cool things coming up for the build, and we're really excited, and we'll see you in the next video.